This week on The Choice, we are hunting pronghorns in Wyoming.
With Table Mountain Outfitters, Scott, Angie, Keaton, TJ, all of them.
Yep.
Hunting water holes. It could be hot, it could be cold. It's actually usually our start of the fall.
Yeah, it sort of kicks off the fall because we do it in August.
So this week we're gonna hunt pronghorn antelope though in Wyoming.
Pronghorns.
Okay, anyways, this week on The Choice, antelope hunting.
Pronghorns. Anyone who bow hunts, you gotta fidget. And getting ready for the season is that time of year for me. I'm so excited because I'm fidgeting with everything. Been practicing, tuning, changing stuff, and just, well, I'm not like Vicki. Vicki, she could do the same thing for 20 years and it doesn't affect her. Me, I gotta change things.
Well, we're getting ready to head to Wyoming. Table Mountain Outfitters can go and hunt some antelope. What we did, Ralph, I'm not gonna take credit for it, he set up the down and out hawk blind. Through this window here, you can see an antelope target. It is about 20 yards away. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take some shots here. And I was actually there's another deer target out there that's about 31 yards. So I may take a few shots at that as well while I'm sitting here, kind of acting like I'm in a ground blind, which is what we're gonna be doing in Wyoming. So let's get busy. Now the reason we do this is because there's a lot of different things that go on. If you're used to shooting your bow standing up at home and all of a sudden you're going to sit in a ground blind in a chair, you're going to use some different muscles and you want to make sure that you can still draw your bow back while sitting down and shooting at that target. So that's just something that we do to make sure that we're always on and ready to go. Basically, yeah, we have an antelope target. It's not the point of the target, it's the point of making sure that you're shooting and trying to shoot practicing how you're actually going to be hunting. Target, set up a blind so we go ahead 20 yards. Our antelope shot can be anywhere from 10 yards to who knows, 30, 35, 40, depending on your comfort zone. Set it up. Make sure you can shoot from sitting down as well as standing up because sometimes different muscles, you gotta make sure that they're working them all the right way.
We're ready.
Anyways, it's the kickoff of our big fall season. Heck, it's almost Labor Day weekend. We're actually going here a little bit late this time. Maybe that'll be a good thing. I don't know. We'll see. Right now, it's raining to the north though, so hopefully it's not raining there. Alrighty. Well, we are on the road.
Yep, this is it. Straight north to Wyoming, to Scott and Angie's, Table Mountain. We're gonna hunt antelope, and the kids actually had to go to Illinois for a wedding, and they're gonna meet us in Wyoming.
Table Mountain Outfitters, honestly, this is one of my favorite hunts because I get to spend time with my good friend Angie. We are getting stuff ready for tomorrow, so I'm going to go give RJ and Aubrey a couple spy point cameras and a black thing to put on the back side of the blind so that they have it for their setup. My bow is there. I need to get my arrows, my broadheads, all that kind of fun stuff, and get ready for tomorrow morning. Well, we made it to camp. We're going to get everything situated, go ahead and get our broadheads on our Eastons. We are going to be set and ready to go. Tomorrow morning is early and we need to be ready. What we do with these, as you can see here, look at this. This is going to screw in just like that. And what we do, it's got a great tip on the top there. We will go ahead and use that, put it into the ground. They're actually made for your trail cameras and other things. However, if I put it all the way in, what we do is we put it up, put our trail cameras on there, and try to get a second angle of the shot is what we use them for. But they're great for just your trail cameras out there, period. We take them everywhere we go. They work great.
This segment is brought to you by Bass Pro Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. The Choice is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, Alps Outdoors, Browning Firearms, Dallas Safari Club, Easton Archery, and Gammo Air Guns.
In the morning before we head out to the blind to sit all day long, quite possibly, what you're gonna do is at Table Mountain Outfitters, we set up our cooler boxes. You're gonna put a bunch of waters in there because it can get hot and you become dehydrated. We're making sandwiches, putting in a whole bunch of snacks because you could be out there all day long and you wanna make sure that you have as much as you can, that you're not gonna get hungry later. And of course, we gotta say goodbye to everyone for the day because we don't plan on coming back until we have tagged out. First morning out, TJ just dropped us off. I'm getting ready to put my face mask on. I got a range, I got to throw my release on. We're sitting right in front of this water hole. The funny thing is yesterday Ralph goes, wow, I really hope we can see a far distance. Well, we can really see a far distance. We're sitting here, I look up, and I'm like, there's an antelope buck out there, about 105 yards. And he's just walking, he's on a beeline, he's just walking, never come into the water. Ralph quick grabs the camera and he's just walking. We can still see him out there. The only thing we can think of is there's little rolling hills. He had to have either been bedded or behind one of those hills because there's no way we would have missed him walking from Ralph watching from all the way there, from me watching all the way to there. They just show up. It's still early. It's 8:15 in the morning. So maybe he'll get thirsty and come back. We can still see him. His white booty is just glowing out there in the sunshine. So we'll just keep our eyes open. He curves pretty tight, but his prongs are longer than his ears, so we'll see. We heard some sheep, and they were way out there. I mean, their sound travels. Now they're on that 700-yard ridge and coming into the water, coming in pretty quick, and they're baying a lot. And also, right out there to the right is a prairie dog sunning himself. Them sheep are gonna come in and that prairie dog's gonna go. Look at them, they're getting closer. They're all mamas, they're all ewes. So the sheep kind of mosey on their way in, chilling out, coming to the water hole. And yes, sometimes you think that this isn't good. There's sheep in here, the antelope aren't gonna come in. Well, guess what? We watched those antelope. There's a bunch of smaller bucks walking around us and just waiting for their turn to come into the water. We just had 3 nice young bucks come in. No, I'm not being picky, but I want his prongs closer to his ears. You have your manes and your curves, but you have those prongs that stick out. You want them to about the top of their ears. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that something else. That's a nice little young bachelor herd. Nice, good to see up and comers. Those younger bucks got done drinking and started heading off, and they kept looking over to the one way. So we looked through the back of the blind, which is hard when you're used to sitting in a tree stand or spotting and stalking and you don't know what's going on behind you. Sometimes it gets a little irritating, but the other animals are gonna tell you what's going on, and they were looking. So we peeked through the window and there was a much better buck coming in.
This segment is brought to you by Browning, the best there is. This segment is brought to you by Hoyt. Get serious. Get Hoyt. Vicki's first day at Table Mountain Outfitters has been eventful and filled with activity as she pursues the Wyoming antelope. As early afternoon rolls in, she spots a possible shooter antelope behind the blind.
It took him a little time to get around to the front side of the blind and getting in front of us to the water hole to where he presented a great shot. I see good blood. He's down. Oh, thank you. We like his prongs are up to his ears and he's tight, but he curves in. And I was like, you never pass up the first day what you put in the last. And he just gave me the perfect shot. He wasn't 15 yards in the middle of the water hole. Are you kidding me? I got a beautiful antelope laying right over there, honey.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, that's that new deep cut broadhead. My arrow's right there. I can see it. It went right through him. I made a really good shot on this buck, and he didn't go very far at all. We went ahead and let TJ know. Ralph and I, we got out of the blind, started heading over towards that antelope. Nice. Well, you know what? It's the first day here at Table Mountain Outfitters. Last year was rough. It was hot, and I went home without an antelope. So Ralph let me hunt first this year, and by 12:30, first day out, I am officially tagged out with this beautiful antelope buck. Beautiful. Scott, Angie, everyone, TJ, Keaton, all of you guys, thank you so much. You guys rock it out here. I know that it's been crazy and we're out here later than we normally come out, but we saw 4 different bucks before this. I was waiting for something a little bit bigger. His prongs are definitely taller than his ears like I wanted. So he's narrow. I don't know if I've ever shot one that's like that narrow, but that's okay. He's beautiful. Going home with a tagged buck and some fresh antelope meat. Thank you guys. So, good news and bad news, right?
Uh-huh.
Chad.
He gets to spend the rest of the day in camp and riding around and
Yeah,
seeing everything happen.
Because you tagged out. Now, the good news is I tagged out, but I got to get behind the camera and sit with Ralph.
Oh.
I guess it's only, you know.
Yeah.
He filmed me, so I guess it's...
I think so.
I think so. I'm done. First morning. It's Ralph's turn.
Well, first day out, Vicki tagged, and we got back to camp. We skinned the antelope and got it hanging in the cooler, and so it's my turn to get set. I got all my lightweight, because it's hot. I got all my lightweight Strata, get my arrows. I'm shooting my FMJs. Cool. It's just shy of a 500 grain arrow, so I'm rigging up my arsenal, my RX-8. My FMJs, my Spitfires, and I'm getting ready to go to town.
Want to just put my bow away? I'm done.
Yeah, I'll put it away.
I'll put it away. I'm just messing
you see
with
what I deal with?
I'm just messing with you.
I know. This might look familiar. We just got out of here a couple hours ago. Vicki shot her buck right there. What happened was the guys have been cruising, glassing, and they saw a herd moved in, and they're in the southeast, so that's over here. And as we drove in, we saw another buck, another doe, and 2 bucks over here. So we're in the back of the same one, and we're gonna see what happens. Watching pronghorns, you know, for hours on end, you know, you see them, you look at them, you try to judge them, if the prongs are over the ears, and I mean, all of the things. And then you get to a point where, you know what? I just love seeing them. And then all of a sudden you see a little bigger one, I'm gonna go for him.
This segment is brought to you by DSC, Conservation, Education, and Advocacy. The choice is also brought to you by Hoyt Archery, Spy Point Trail Cameras, Tracker Off-Road, Traditions Muzzle Loaders, and these fine sponsors.
You know, you got to remember when these pronghorns are coming in, they understand that they're at their most vulnerable time. Not really expecting an arrow, but predators. So when they come to that water, it's like they're walking on rice paper. And I mean, they're just every move. They'll drink and then they'll look up. And I started seeing that buck coming in. So you wait till some of those eyes leave. And when he comes in and he presents the shot, you have to be ready for it. A lot of times, you might have to come to full draw even before and try to hold it. Because sometimes they'll drink, spin, and gone. And if that happens, that happens. And you gotta wait for the next opportunity. But sometimes when you're there, you come to full draw, you anchor, and you're concentrating, and when he gives you that shot, you seize the moment. Seizing that moment is what it's all about. I seized it, that pronghorn took off, went down, and well, let's go get him. I'd like to see if I could see the blood trail, because it was pouring pretty good. Do you see it? Right here, look at that. Look at this. Poured right out of him. Look at that. He was heavy quartering away. Look at that. Good mass, good prongs, heavy curl. Look at it. Actually busted that off. What a beautiful goat. Yeah. His prongs are curling in. Another beautiful Wyoming goat. Here at Table Mountain. He carries his mass, his heavy prongs, short curl. He comes in, but he keeps the mass. Beautiful goat. What a way to kick off the season here in Wyoming. Well, TJ don't waste no time. The guys here, even Angie, when you text them and say, hey, you know, antelope down, they're here. They're here quick. Here, first day of camp, 6 goats down.
That I know of.
That we know of. And you know, y'all ask, you know, Table Mountain, is it really the real deal? Yes, it is.
That was a quick trip.
It was real quick and successful. I mean,
Yes.
really, it was crazy because you could sit there for days, hours on end.
Right, and I did that last year.
Yes.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, you get in a blind, boom, it happens.
Yeah.
Get out, take care of it, get back in a blind, boom, it happens again. Wow.
That's because everyone at Table Mountain Outfitters know what they're doing.
That's it. That's for
what
sure.
it is, you know, I mean.
Great pronghorns.
Yes, great pronghorns. We have a great time there with all you guys. Thank you guys so much for, what was that about?
I was proud of you. You said pronghorns.
Oh, okay. I wasn't really sure what he was doing. Anyways, hey, thanks for making your choice.
The choice.
We'll see you next week.
Closed captions brought to you by Wounded Warrior Outdoors, providing wounded service men and women with therapeutic outdoor adventures.
His head is gone.
Already sent him to the taxidermist.
Oh, okay. We shoot our bows all year long, but right before hunt? Yeah, okay. Towards our antelope target. The reason we're shooting, we're gonna go ahead, set up the antelope target, and I'm gonna practice at making a good shot. Oh my gosh. Okay, ready?
Yep.
We like to practice right before a hunt to try to make this situation as good as possible.
That wind picked up really stronger for a
I
second.
know it's really bad at our
Yeah.
house already. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just
See the jackalope up on the hillside up there?
nope. I can't take my eyes off the road.
Please don't. Just in case we are successful. But I know, oh, and that's not an elk, that's Ralph's phone. And now he's gonna listen to it, great.
In the group with you.
Filling it up with water, some extra snacks just in case. Let me start that over, just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case.
That was a white girl statement.
Once those younger bucks came in and left, it wasn't much longer that all of a sudden a really nice deer, okay, sorry. Whoop, okay. Once those smaller bucks started walking out and leaving us, we saw a better buck, a better antelope coming through. He came out from behind us. I am stuttering. Let me rephrase that. Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
It's my turn to shove a camera in your face. With him, so it was awesome because yeah, okay, that was silly. Let's do it again. So I made a really good shot. We watched him go down on film. I made. Oh my gosh!
It's the last one.
It's the beginning of our fall season. Because remember, we hunt them in August.
Would it be autumn season, not fall season? Because if you fell, you could hurt yourself at the beginning of the season.
TC 2505, closers, take 3.
That clipboard might be older than Eddie.
I think it is. Whoops.